You've seen them walk in diamonds and speak like they rule New York, but how old are these Gilded Age stars when the cameras stop rolling? Some look too young to play wealthy widows, while others surprise fans with how ageless they truly are. What if we told you one of the youngest-looking characters is actually the oldest among the cast, and another playing a quiet, proper young lady is closely tied to a Hollywood legend in real life? Let's reveal the real ages of the Gilded Age's most loved and feared characters, and you won't believe. Carrie Coon plays Bertha Russell, the powerful and ambitious social climber who will do anything to sit with the old money elites. On screen, she carries herself with poise and power. Looking like a woman in her early 40s, in real life, Carrie Coon was born on January 24, 1981, which makes her 44 years old as of 2025. Her confidence and maturity match Bertha perfectly, but many fans are still shocked when they hear her real age. She looks much younger on screen. Morgan Spector, who plays George Russell, Bertha's husband and a self-made railroad tycoon, is also 44 years old. Born on October 4, 1980, many viewers have commented on his intense screen presence and sharp, businesslike charm. While George seems like a man in his 50s with decades of experience, Morgan brings a surprising freshness to the role. Their real life closeness might be the secret to their on-screen chemistry, but more on that in the next section. Christine Baranski, the forceful and cold Agnes Van Ryn, is truly timeless. Her portrayal of old money aristocracy is flawless. But the real shock? Christine was born on May 2, 1952, making her 73 years old. That's right, her elegance, sharp wit, and commanding posture are even more impressive when you realize her age. Despite being one of the oldest cast members, her character's strict and firm presence is still one of the most talked about in the show. Cynthia Nixon, who plays Agnes's softer sister Ada Brooke, is 59 years old, born on April 9, 1966. While her character is often quiet and kind in real life, Cynthia is known for her bold activism and political voice. Many still remember her as Miranda from Sex and the City, and now she's stepped into an even more complex role in the Gilded Age. Some fans expected Ada to be much younger, but Cynthia's calm yet emotional performance fits her perfectly. Now, let's talk about the youngest main cast member, Louisa Jacobson. She plays Marian Brook, the wide-eyed newcomer to New York society. On screen, Marian seems like a young woman in her early 20s, full of hope and questions. And that's almost accurate. Louisa was born on June 12, 1991, which makes her 34 years old. Many are shocked by this because Louisa brings such a fresh, innocent vibe to Marian. What's even more surprising is that she's the daughter of legendary actress Meryl Streep. Her mother's talent clearly runs in the family, and Louisa's youthful appearance has fooled even die-hard fans of the show. Another fan favorite is Tessa Farmiga, who plays Gladys Russell, the quiet daughter of Bertha and George. Tessa was born on August 17, 1994, so she is 30 years old. Her shy and obedient role might suggest she's much younger, but Tessa's age proves how skillful she is at playing a girl trapped by her family's high expectations. Let's not forget Blake Ritson, who plays Oscar Van Ryn, Agnes's charming, yet secretive nephew. Blake is 45 years old. Born on June 14, 1980, his character might appear younger due to his lively, social energy, but he brings years of acting experience from British period dramas. His age may surprise fans who assumed Oscar was in his early 30s. And finally, we have Denny Benton, who portrays Peggy Scott, a strong and intelligent black writer, finding her voice in a world that tries to silence her. Denny is 33 years old. Born on December 31, 1991, her performance is mature and layered, adding real depth to a character many viewers admire deeply. So what does this all tell us? The casting for the Gilded Age is not just about age, it's about presence, voice, and the ability to carry a role rooted in 19th century social rules. Some actors appear far younger or older than they actually are, proving the magic of wardrobe, makeup, and performance. But behind those layered gowns and sharp suits are real people, aging gracefully and keeping their secrets just like their characters do. Asterisk, some shows are remembered for their costumes. others for their storylines. But the Gilded Age carries something rare, a kind of silent magic that happens when actors go beyond playing roles and build real connections off camera. These connections, often hidden from the public eye, fuel the chemistry we see on screen. So, what's really happening behind the velvet curtains and gold-trimmed sets of The Gilded Age? Some cast relationships might surprise you, and at least one is completely real. Let's start with the couple everyone feels drawn to, Bertha and George Russell. On screen, their love is fierce, ambitious, and politically strategic. Off-screen, it's even more romantic because Carrie Coon and Morgan Spector are married in real life. That's right. Their on-screen marriage isn't just acting, it's grounded in reality. The two met while performing on stage in 2012 and got married shortly after. Now they're raising a child together and working on one of HBO's biggest period dramas. Their real-life connection adds a layer of authenticity to their roles. Every glance, every small gesture between Bertha and George feels intense because it comes from a real place. Viewers often say the Russells are the most believable couple on the show, and now you know why, but it doesn't stop there. Cynthia Nixon and Christine Baranski, who play the Van Ryn sisters, bring an unmatched sisterly dynamic to their scenes. That natural closeness isn't fake, it comes from mutual admiration built over years in the theater and TV world. They've never worked together this closely before, but insiders say they immediately clicked on set. They laugh, eat lunch together, and even help each other run lines before emotional scenes. Though their characters often disagree on screen, off-screen their bond is warm and supportive like true sisters. One crew member even joked, if Christine and Cynthia ever actually fought, the entire set would freeze. Now let's talk about Louisa Jacobson. Many fans were surprised to learn she's the daughter of Meryl Streep. What's more interesting is how much the cast treats her like a little sister in real life. Several older cast members have been seen mentoring her on set. Christine Baranski, who once co-starred with Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, has taken Louisa under her wing. The relationship isn't romantic, but it's meaningful. In a show about class and status, it's ironic and touching that behind the scenes, Louisa is quietly being coached by legends. Then there's Blake Ritson and Simon Jones, who play Oscar Van Ryn and his father. Their characters have a distant, almost icy father-son relationship. But off-camera, they're often seen chatting between scenes, discussing British theater and even politics. Their friendship is real, and it brings emotional weight to their confrontational scenes. Blake has spoken in interviews about how much he respects Simon's decades-long career, and that admiration shows up subtly in how he plays Oscar with a need for approval that mirrors real-life respect. Not all connections are deep friendships, though. Some are purely professional but still spark gossip. Taissa Farmiga, who plays Gladys Russell, is known for being very private. She tends to stay quiet during breaks, usually reading scripts alone. But multiple crew members have noted her quiet friendship with Denny Benton. Their characters don't share many scenes, but the two actresses often sit together during long filming days. Denny, who has a Broadway background, has helped Taissa with breathing techniques for emotional scenes. This small bond shows how off-screen support can influence even limited on-screen interactions. Now, fans love to speculate. Are there any real romances blossoming on set? So far, nothing's been confirmed. The cast is very private when it comes to dating lives. But a few rumors have circled around extras and supporting cast who've posted pictures together on social media smiling a little too closely, if you ask the fanbase. Still, the main cast seems focused on the work. As one assistant director sighed, "This isn't a party set, it's a theater set." These actors take the drama seriously. What makes The Gilded Age truly special isn't just its huge budget or grand sets. It's the quiet, powerful energy between the people who bring these characters to life. Whether it's a real-life marriage fueling passion, a friendship between legends creating warmth, or a small off-screen gesture of support that brings depth to a performance, it all matters. The secret relationships behind the camera are just as complex, tender, and compelling as the ones we watch unfold in 1880s New York, and maybe that's the real secret of The Gilded Age. The richest stories aren't always written in the script. They're live quietly behind it. Asterisk, they walk the halls of marble mansions, wrapped in silk and scandal, but once the cameras stop rolling, who do the stars of the Gilded Age go home to? While their characters navigate arranged marriages, hidden romances, and social expectations, the actors' real love lives are often just as surprising, if not more. Some are in long-term, private relationships you've never heard about, while others are proudly open about their partners and even make red carpet appearances together. And a few? Well, they're still searching. Let's dive into the real-life romances, marriages, and unexpected love stories of the Gilded Age cast, and what they reveal might shock you, starting with the most talked-about couple on and off-screen, Carrie Coon and Morgan Spector. As mentioned before, the powerhouse couple behind Bertha and George Russell are married in real life. Their chemistry is no accident. Carrie and Morgan met while performing a play together in 2012, and it didn't take long for sparks to fly. They married in 2016 and welcomed a son in 2018. Despite their busy careers, they've managed to support each other's growth, Carrie being known for roles in The Leftovers and Fargo, and Morgan for various acclaimed dramas. Watching them in the Gilded Age feels like watching a couple who know each other's hearts, and fans can't get enough of it. Next, let's look at Christine Baranski, who plays the icy yet elegant Agnes Van Ryn. In real life, Christine's love story had both joy and heartbreak. She was married to actor Matthew Cowles for over 30 years before he passed away in 2014. The two had a very private relationship, away from the Hollywood spotlight, and raised 2 daughters together. Christine has often spoken about how Matthew supported her career from the shadows, allowing her to thrive on stage and screen. Today, she remains single but continues to focus on her work and family. Her graceful strength, even in personal loss, mirrors the dignity she brings to Agnes. Cynthia Nixon, who plays Ada Brooke, brings another kind of powerful love story to the cast. Cynthia has been with her partner, Christine Marinoni, for over 2 decades. The couple married in 2012 after New York legalized same-sex marriage, and they've been raising a blended family ever since. Cynthia is not just an actress, she's an activist known for championing LGBTQ+ rights and education reform. Her real-life love story adds quiet power to her performance as Ada, a woman often struggling to find her voice in a man's world. Off-screen, Cynthia's voice is loud, proud, and deeply respected. Now we come to Louisa Jacobson, the wide-eyed Marian Brook. Despite being the daughter of the one and only Meryl Streep, Louisa has carved her own path and kept her personal life out of the public eye. As of now, there is no confirmed relationship publicly known. Louisa appears to be single, or at least very private about any romantic connections. She's focused on building her career on her own terms and letting her talent, not her famous last name, speak for itself. But with her rising fame from the Gilded Age, it won't be long before fans and paparazzi alike start speculating more. Denny Benton, who plays the intelligent and trailblazing Peggy Scott, is happily married to Carl Lundstedt, an actor known for roles in Manifest and Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. The couple met during their time at Carnegie Mellon University and have been together for several years. Their relationship is full of support, with Denny often mentioning Carl as one of her biggest cheerleaders. She brings a quiet confidence to Peggy that may very well be influenced by the love and stability she has off-screen. As for Taissa Farmiga, who plays the quiet Gladys Russell, her real-life romance is far less quiet. She is married to screenwriter and director Hadley Klein. The couple tied the knot in 2020 in a private ceremony during the pandemic. Taissa, younger sister of the Conjuring star Vera Farmiga, often keeps her private life low-key, but their sweet Instagram posts reveal a loving and humorous relationship. Though Gladys is still finding her voice under her mother's control in the show, Taissa in real life has already built a life full of personal independence. Blake Ritson, the actor behind the charming but calculating Oscar Van Ryn, has also kept his romantic life stable and steady. He's been in a long-term relationship with actress Hattie Morahan for over 15 years. The two met while studying at Oxford and have been together ever since. Their daughter was born in 2016, while Blake plays a man hiding secrets in Gilded Age society. In real life, his love story is grounded, drama-free, and refreshingly normal. Finally, let's not forget Simon Jones, who plays Mr. Van Ryn. Simon is married to actress Nancy Carroll, and they have worked together many times in British television and theater. Their relationship is a quiet one, but full of artistic collaboration and respect. So, what does all this tell us? While the world of the Gilded Age is built on power marriages and hidden affairs, the real lives of its stars are surprisingly heartfelt. Some have found true love behind the curtain. Others are still writing their own story. And a few carry both the joy and pain of a lifetime lived fully. Whether single, married, or somewhere in between, one thing is certain: when it comes to love, the cast of the Gilded Age knows how to keep it real, even in the middle of fiction, before they stepped into corsets and waistcoats, before they glided through candlelit ballrooms and whispered social warfare in gilded parlors. The stars of the Gilded Age were just talented actors waiting for their big moment. Some were already stars in other genres. Others were quietly building their careers on stage or in smaller shows. But the roles they play in the Gilded Age have transformed their image forever. Let's pull back the curtain and take a look at how these actors evolved, how their earlier roles, struggles, and glow-up shaped who they are today. Let's begin with Carrie Coon, the formidable Bertha Russell. Today she commands every scene with steely grace and social ambition. But before HBO crowned her Queen of Old New York, Carrie was dominating the stage. A classically trained theater actress, she received a Tony nomination for her role in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Her breakout TV moment came in The Leftovers, where she played Nora Durst, a grieving woman trying to survive emotional devastation. The raw, modern-day role was the complete opposite of Bertha's polished ambition. But that's what makes her transformation so powerful. Now, she's not just a respected performer, she's a style icon and household name. Morgan Spector, who plays George Russell, had a much quieter start. For years, he bounced between indie films, stage plays, and supporting roles in shows like Boardwalk Empire, but nothing quite stuck. Then came the Gilded Age, and everything changed. As George, Morgan plays a character with fire, vision, and quiet strength, and fans have taken notice. His style, his posture, even his voice carry more confidence now, and it's not just acting. Interviews reveal that the success of the Gilded Age has given Morgan the freedom to pick richer, more meaningful roles, and his glow-up from indie underdog to polished period lead is one of the most satisfying arcs in the cast. Christine Baranski, however, was already a legend. With a career spanning decades from Broadway to The Good Wife to Mamma Mia, she's always been known for her sharp wit and elegance. But in the Gilded Age, she brings a new kind of force to the screen. As Agnes Van Ryn, she doesn't need to yell or even raise an eyebrow to own the room. Her transformation isn't one of looks, but legacy. The show has reintroduced Christine to a younger generation, many of whom didn't grow up watching her early theater work or 90s TV comedies. Now, she's not just an established actress, she's trending. Cynthia Nixon, known globally for playing Miranda in Sex and the City, made one of the boldest shifts with her role as Ada Brooke. Gone is the fast-talking, career-driven city woman. In her place, we have a soft, uncertain, emotionally layered woman living in her sister's shadow. The transformation shocked some fans who were used to Cynthia's sharp edge, but others have praised it as one of the most vulnerable performances in her career. Her style has evolved too, from power suits to vintage elegance, and her ability to step away from her modern icon status to embrace something so subtle shows incredible range. Then there's Louisa Jacobson, who entered the show as an unknown to many. Born into fame as Meryl Streep's daughter, Louisa had the choice to either ride her mother's coattails or carve out her own space. She chose the harder road. After studying at Yale Drama School, she earned respect through theater before landing the role of Marian Brook. Early in her career, some critics doubted whether she could hold her own in such a big ensemble. But 3 seasons in, Louisa has completely changed that conversation. Her transformation isn't just in her acting, it's in the confidence she now brings to every scene. From unsure debutante to rising star, Louisa has arrived. Denny Benton, who plays Peggy Scott, has also experienced a powerful evolution. Starting in musical theater, she earned a Tony nomination for her role in Natasha, Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. That was a breakout moment, but it was the Gilded Age that gave her space to grow on screen. As Peggy, Denny blends intelligence, strength, and vulnerability, all while carrying the weight of a character rarely seen in period dramas. Her fashion and voice have evolved too, each red carpet appearance, each interview showing more assurance. She's no longer just a stage actress, she's a screen force. Taissa Farmiga has had a unique journey. Known to horror fans as one of the regular faces in American Horror Story, Taissa made a name for herself playing dark, edgy, often haunted characters. In the Gilded Age, she does a 180 transforming into the sweet, sheltered Gladys Russell. The shift shocked longtime fans but earned her a new following. Her gentle style, soft voice, and reserved manner contrast her past roles and prove just how versatile she's become. She's grown from horror queen to historical darling. Even Blake Ritson, who plays Oscar Van Ryn, has transformed. Once a staple in British period dramas, he was best known for smaller roles in shows like Emma or Da Vinci's Demons. In the Gilded Age, he steps into a complex, layered role, charming on the surface, but hiding deep secrets. His look has matured, his presence sharpened, and the way he commands the screen now feels new. This is a glow-up not of appearance but of recognition. After years of solid work, Blake is finally in the spotlight. Each member of the Gilded Age cast brings something unique, but what they all share is transformation. Whether it's a career that was reignited, a reputation redefined, or a breakout that launched a new path, this show has changed their lives. And as the series grows, so will they on screen and beyond.